the kids now, they come running, and it's the weekend, it's the weekend.
So congratulations on your tour, so excited. First question is, who came up with the name Priory, and where did that name come from?
Priory is the largest rehab clinic in Europe. Also a place where the monks brewed some of their first beer and where some of the first written music was created. And so we liked that dichotomy. We also think it's a pretty word. So it just kind of it came up in name choosing and it felt right. We also locked ourselves in a basement and wrote an album. We were kind of set apart like the monks or whatever in our own minds, in our own delusional little way. And so the name was fitting. So it means something to us. But we like names with like kind of an extreme contrast.
Your new Bundle of Joy just came out. How does it feel to have a second album?
Really good, really good. So this is the full length, kind of like picking up off the EP. It feels nice to have it out in the world.
There's a sadness because we spent 2 years making the record, and we were on our own, we didn't have a label, we didn't know what we were going to do with this record. And all this crazy stuff happened, and getting signed to Warner Brothers, and then it finally came out. Just got kind of depressed. To be totally honest, it was like this moment of, I mean, it was joyful, but it was like, when it came out, I didn't know what, I had probably half a day where I just didn't know what to do with myself.
Like we were so attached to the thing that now it's behind us. It's relieving because we spent so much time on it. It's really exciting to see what's all the things that are happening now and the opportunities we have now. But I mean, it's probably the scariest time of our lives making that record because we were so broke. We had no money. Kyle's giving plasma, I'm giving bass lessons, we're broke. I mean, down to our last $5 every month. And we kind of used each other as support through that time and put everything we had into our art into that album. It's kind of a milestone in our lives. It's also what got us signed to Warner Brothers.
Your music has a new feel to the second album. How was the music making process from the first album to this album?
The music making process was completely different with this record because the first record we did, we had like a week. We had no label, we had nothing. And we toured for like 2 years on this record, and we decided one day we were driving back from the tour, and Brandon and I, it was an overnight drive, and we had a long conversation of like, we need to do this thing our way, on our terms. We need to like recreate. And so we put all our gear together, scrounged some money together, and built our own studio and started this record. So this is ours from top to bottom. We played every single thing. We recorded everything, we produced, engineered, everything. It's completely different because it's like hands-on the whole time.
The sound is different because we grew as musicians. I mean, there was actually talk of us even changing our band name just because, we started out with different guys when the first album came out, and then it was just down to Kyle and I, we completely rebuilt. Well, even though this doesn't sound anything like us, it's still us.
So you both are going to perform at the Governor's Ball. How does it feel to play with artists such as Drake and Lana Del Rey?
It's really cool to share a stage with those guys. We did something with, we played a thing with Weeknd and did a thing with like places Kanye and all these people. So it's always this funny like thing. You see your name under all these artists you respect. So it's just awesome to be in that.
So you guys are on tour with Kaiser Chiefs. What is your favorite song?
Ruby. Or Riot.
Well,
when I see Ricky, the lead singer backstage, I always go, Ricky, 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 Ricky!
So last time you guys played in San Diego, you opened up for the Cougs. So since then, have you had a special or favorite San Diego memory?
We played it on a cruise ship boat here for 91X, the rock station here. We played on Halloween and went out and cruised wherever in the sound and wore onesie animal costumes with like 1,000 people on the top of this cruise ship.
That one's actually hard to beat because I think that might be like one of my favorite tour
crazy.
memories or concert memories ever.
We're just gonna end with some fun questions, like little quick questions.
I'm considering it rapid fire. It's quick.
So favorite thing about each other?
Glasses.
Sexy.
Best impression of each other?
Hey.
I don't have that one at all.
You hear that?
Isn't it?
Do a mustache or something? There it is. There I am.
I nailed that one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Do you guys have a theme song for this tour?
Theme song.
Bob Moran.
Yeah, Bob Moran. We warm up to Bob Moran.
Favorite tattoo? You've got it.
My back tattoo that I'm working on now is my favorite. It's huge. It's Frank Lloyd, inspired by Frank Lloyd Wright. I'm into architecture, mid-century modern stuff. And it's giant lantern, there's these big moths on my shoulders. It's kind of like moths to the flame, kind of a representation of music as a muse kind of thing, drawn to things that might not be good for you.
My favorite tattoo, it's probably this piece with this imperfection of music. It's all these keyboards then I have a $sign for my plasma.
Have you guys had any crazy fan encounters?
I had this woman come up to me and she wanted a t-shirt, because we usually go over by merch and say hi to people. She's like, do you have any shirts? And I showed her a couple. She put her hands on my face and slowly brought it down. And it was like a large. And I go, yeah, a large.
I'd call that a crazy interaction.
I grabbed the large for her, and it was like a very sloppy, like pretty sexual, I would say.
We had it the other night, also in San Francisco. This lady came up and was like, I'm gonna do handstands. And I'm like, all right, I'll do a handstand with you. The weird thing that we'll never get over is like younger girls that cry when they meet you. That happens, and it's always like catching me off guard. I want to console them, like, no, don't cry.
If you had to pick an iPhone emoji, what emoji would you pick that describes your life?
Emoji?
Or describes you?
Smiling poo.
I do a winky face all the time.
I like the cat-eared girls too that are dancing. That could describe my life.
Death,
I would put that one first, and then I put the smiling poo after it, and I would say that's me.
Now's the time for changing. So keep the hate from creeping in. Cause the bed that you're building is the one